Okay, now we come to the quadratic formula, that is exercise 4.3. So far we were doing all the questions based on splitting the middle term, and I had told you that the method of completion of squares is cancelled. So now what is this quadratic formula? You are having an equation here, okay, 2x square minus 7x plus 3 is 0. You already know how to identify a quadratic, because the highest power of x is 2, it's a quadratic, and equal to 0 means it's an equation. Now the coefficient of x square is represented by a, because the general form of a quadratic equation is ax square plus bx plus c is 0, right? So here the coefficient of x square is 2, so a value is 2. Coefficient of x is b, so b value is negative 7, and c is the constant which is represented by 3. Okay, so this is how we find ABC. Now this is an important concept here. Now how to find the discriminant. Now what is the meaning of discriminant? Discriminant means to identify or distinguish what type of quadratic it is. You are going to use a formula b square minus 4ac. Okay, discrimination or discriminating means what? Identifying or classifying, right? So same way, the quadratic equation discriminant means you are identifying which type of quadratic equation is this. So for that, the formula is b square minus 4ac. So I am going to apply b square minus 4ac here. So the value of b, a and c are here. You are just substituting those values here. So b square, that is minus 7 whole square minus 4 into 2 into 3. So 49 minus 24, we are getting 25. So this is how you find the discriminant. So in every quadratic, when you are using quadratic formula, always find the discriminant. Now please note down this is very important, that if the discriminant is greater than 0, then the roots are real and distinct. Now what is the meaning of this? That means when I am going to solve this quadratic equation, I am going to get two answers, and the two answers are going to be distinct. That means they are going to be different. So one answer can be 2, the other can be 3, one can be 5, the other can be half, like that. So they will be real and distinct, two different answers. If on calculation of d you are getting the value of d as 0, that means the roots are real and equal. What does this mean? It means you will get two answers, but both the answers are going to be identical. So if you are getting 2, the other one will also be 2. So nothing to worry about, because both answers can be same or it can be different. In some questions, you will also get the value of d as negative or less than 0. Okay, so those type of answers you need not solve. You will just say unreal roots. So as far as class 10 is concerned, we are not solving unreal roots. Just like in linear equation, we had questions of no solution when a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2, not equal to c1 by c2, right? So linear equation, there was a case of no solution, we didn't solve. Same way for unreal roots, whenever discriminant is less than 0, we will just write unreal roots and leave it like that. Okay. So in this particular question, however, the value of d is 25, that is greater than 0. So what happens? The roots are real and distinct. Okay, this you need to note down somewhere. This is very important and the base of quadratic formula. Now once you know what is the value of d, then note down, this is called the quadratic formula. This is known as the quadratic formula. So you will have two answers, one is alpha and one is beta. And what is the formula? Alpha equal to minus b plus root d upon 2a. This is the value of alpha, that is the first answer. And if you look at the second answer, that is beta, is minus b minus root d by 2a. So the only difference between the two answers is the difference in the sign in between. Otherwise the rest is same. So if you are having plus here, you are replacing with minus. So how to find out the first answer now? See, alpha is minus b, so that's going to be minus of minus 7 plus root d. D value we have already taken out here, 25. So this will be minus and minus plus, and root 25 is 5, 7 plus 5, 12, 12 by 4, 3. So your first answer is 3. And beta, that is your second answer, is minus of minus 7. I told you the difference is only in this sign in between. So this is going to be minus root 25 upon 2 into a. So this will be 7 minus 5 upon 4, 2 by 4, that's half. So what are we getting? We are getting two different answers, that is 3 and half. That is the meaning of real and distinct. So here we have got two distinct answers. So this is the way we solve questions by quadratic, and this becomes a very useful method, especially for people who don't know how to split the middle term, because if you are able to do the splitting, it's actually very easy sum. But some some students are having difficulty in splitting, especially when the numbers are big. So for them, they can use the quadratic formula. In the exam, if the method is not specified and you just have to find the answer, you can either find by splitting or by quadratic formula. So this formula needs to be known. Find out D first, then find out alpha and beta, you will get the answers. So this is a very important method, as I told you, for those who are finding splitting the middle term tough. So please remember this formula, alpha and beta formulas, and note down this in your notebooks. And also this nature of roots. This is also an important aspect of quadratic equation.